Whether you're looking to relocate to Ibeju Lekki or you're a real estate investor doing your due diligence about Ibeju Lekki, I'm here to answer your questions today. Haven't lived in Ibeju Lekki for 3 years now. But before we jump into the video, allow me to greet my people. Hi friends, how you all doing today? If you're new here, hi, good to have you here. I'm Faith Ozohu. I'm a real estate consultant based in Lagos, Nigeria. On this channel, I make videos about personal finance, passive income, and everything in between. So we'd like to feel your presence today by smashing that like button. Also consider subscribing to the channel. So before moving to Ibeju Lekki, I've lived in several places before, Lagos mainland being part of these places. So I think I'll be making a wholesome review of Ibeju Lekki in this video. And to help me with that, I went online, ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT to give me a list of the basic needs for human beings, and I have about 11 items here. I'm going to be picking one of these items one after another. I'll let you know what it has been like having lived in Ibeju Lekki for over 3 years now. So the first item here is food. And I'm going to start off this way by letting you know that Ibeju Lekki is in the Lagos Island part of Lagos, if that makes sense. Ibeju Lekki is in Lagos Island, and it is not Lekki, it is Lekki Peninsula. Normally, anywhere in the world, food in the islands are always expensive, so I'm not so surprised. And you don't really have variety of foodstuffs here or very big markets, unlike Lagos mainland where I've also lived before, that you can just take a 5-minute walk down to a mini market and get variety of food, different choices and all. But in this part, it's more like you make do with what you see. Though what we see is also okay, is good enough, but you know, as humans we like varieties. So that is my own, from my own personal experience. I feel like Ibeju Lekki could have bigger markets where we have better options. It's not that we don't have big markets. Big markets are not too many here, and that means that sometimes it could be far away from you. So for me to go to a big market that is not too far from me here in this current fuel subsidy removal period, I'll spend say like 1,000 naira to and fro on transportation just to get to that market, so that I can have variety of food options and probably discounts, that is reduction in price, that you normally have from buying things from the market. Okay, so the second item here is water. So far I am okay with the water here. Lekki part of island, Lagos Island, have not too clean water, yeah, because I've heard a lot of stories, I've seen reviews of people living in Lekki complaining about dirty water. Though I know that all these new estates have solved that problem of dirty water, but generally the water here in Ibeju Lekki is very clean and free of smell, so I'm very okay with it. The only one I'm not okay with is the water on the road. That is all these potholes, little potholes on the road that the community people could have easily just come together and solve. But it's not like a serious like very serious waterlogged problem, because I've been around Lekki itself during rainy season and I've seen how flooded that place can be. So what we have at this side is not flooded road, but you know, potholes with water. So if you're on a bike, you enter pothole and maybe water on the road, that kind of thing. But Lekki side is like flooded road, that kind of. I don't know if you get the picture I'm trying to paint. So let's move to the next item on the list, which is shelter. Shelter in Lagos is obviously expensive. From Lakwe down to, I'll say Lakwe down to Eleko Junction, you need to prepare any amount from 250,000 naira up to 600 or 650,000 naira. That is for the Ibeju Lekki axis, starting from Lakwe down to Eleko Junction. Of course, yet again, what you get is a function of what you want. If you want to live in an estate, it will be more expensive than that, because we still have very expensive estate like the Amen estate where Funke Akindele, the Nigerian actress Funke Akindele lives. If you want to live in that kind of estate, of course, we'll be looking at millions. I hope I've been making sense so far. If so, please let me know with the like button. And so let's go to the fourth item. Actually, the fourth item here is clothing. So this very one is dicey because it depends on your taste, your what you want. Of course, we have thrifts around. You can also order your clothes from Jumia. There are also boutiques here and there, so you can walk into any boutique here to get what you want to wear, any outfit you want to wear. And if you're not satisfied with all of this and you want to buy, you can always go out of Ibeju Lekki to the Balogun market, or I don't know where they sell clothes, and buy your stuff. I think that is it for clothing. Now let's talk about sleep. Yeah, sleep is part of the basic needs of man, and we need to look at it. Sleep in this area is sleepful. The sleeping condition in this area is commendable because there is not too many noise pollution. This place is quite quiet, and maybe probably because it's more like a new layout, unless of course you have construction happening maybe close to you before you can have your sleep disturbed by noise. Generally, the sleeping condition in this place is good. The only thing I know that might be a problem to sleeping condition is the power supply, because power supply here is nothing to write home about. So it's not like it is in the mainland or other places I've lived before. And the excuse, or what I heard about that, is that it's because the construction, or yeah, the amenities have not yet been fully put in place in this area, and the construction is still going on, all the road construction and all. And then some other people also said that it's the landlord in this area that are not cooperating. But whatever it is, power supply is poor, and so it probably can affect your sleeping condition, because if you're sleeping, you need to sleep in a temperature that is okay. If you are too hot, you might be restless and not be able to sleep. So yeah, so now let's look at the next item, which is safety. Security. Generally, this place is secure. It's well, it's God that protects, but on a scale of 10, if I'm to rate the safety of this place, I'll give it an 8. And that's because we hear different news about different things happening all over Lagos, but it's never close to us here by the grace of God. Even during lockdown, that we were hearing about all these boys that were coming from mainland, they never got to this place. The only thing that we kind of felt the effect of then was the End SARS protest. That there was this Lekki toll gate that was burnt. So from our area here, we could see the flame. In fact, a lot of people ran towards this place for safety. So generally, this place is safe. Yeah, that's a good one for this area. Now let's look at healthcare. Healthcare here is commendable. Yeah, at first I was using the services of private hospital, but somehow I found myself going to the primary health care center, and I was surprised to see how organized and clean the place is. Staff's very friendly. So the healthcare at Ibeju Lekki axis is commendable. That is just my own personal experience. So let's go to the eighth element here, which is education. Education is okay, and it depends on what you want. Yeah, because I know that there are different qualities of schools, you understand. And so even the ones we have around us here are decent. They are okay, they are very good. So, and if they are private schools, anyway, my daughter goes to a private school, and so far I'm happy with the school she attends. And I don't know what you look out for in schools, and I must say that it is very convenient, because my daughter goes to a very good school here that is not too far from me. I just like that. The next item here is social interaction. This one is good too, because social interaction, in the sense that there's a sense of community in this area. It's unlike those other places where everybody is carrying shoulder. Do you understand? Most people are indoors. The only thing you see on the street is moving cars. Sometimes moving cars don't even give lifts. But in this area, it's not that most people sit at their doorpost, but at least you get to interact. You see, when you're taking a stroll in the street, you walk past some people, you greet. You understand? So there is a sense of communalism, or community, in this area, which is one of the basic needs of man. All right, so okay, this brings me to the next item, which is love and belonging. Yeah, so you feel loved and belong here. I feel this is expected in a middle to low class community like Ibeju Lekki. You understand? Not Pride is not much here, so there is a sense of love and belonging here. Actually, you actually feel truly loved here. All right. So the last, no, it's not the last, second to the last item here is self-esteem and respect. This also, is in line with the last three I've mentioned. This, you feel okay living in this place. You feel, welcome. So now let's look at the very last item here, which is purpose. Whatever you're doing in life, there has to be a purpose. So does living in Ibeju Lekki fit or meet your purpose, meet the purpose of the indigene here? It depends on what brought you to this place. You understand? Most people, it is job, white collar job, that brought them to this place. Since this place is much more affordable, and the white collar jobs in the Lekki axis, so the middle class people live in this area and then transport to Lekki to attend or to go to work. And so it is meeting that purpose. For me, as a work from home mom, it is also meeting my purpose. If you minus the no electricity part of it, it is meeting my purpose because there is little noise here, and then the cost of rent is much more affordable here. There's good school, there's good education not too far from my where I live, and then what else? Water is clean, so it meets my purpose. And also the mere fact that I sell real estate, that this area is tagged in New Lagos, so real estate is popping up in this axis, so it makes sense to live here. It serves my purpose. But I don't know, for some other people, maybe and another thing, expatriates, some expatriates live here, like the Amen estate that I talked about, that is in the Eleko axis. Expatriates are hosted there, and that's because of the industries that are here: the Long Ridge, Dangote Refinery, Kellogg's, and all those other companies that are in this area. So the international indigenes, expatriates that work in those companies, are hosted in estates around here. So it also meets that purpose for them. What else? Generally, Ibeju Lekki is a good place to live or invest in if you are looking to invest in Ibeju Lekki, because where there are people, there is always business. And we know that in real estate, we do the business of people. I've got interesting offers in my listings. If you're interested in investing in Ibeju Lekki, and my contact is in the description box. Send me a DM and let's get talking. And that will be it for this very video. I hope you found it useful. If you haven't liked or subscribed yet, I'll give you a few seconds now to do so. Thank you for that. Until you see my face again. Bye for now.